Where is the doer? Where is this so-called doer that we think that we are? You see, the doer in itself is a concept, but that's clearly seen. There is a doing that happens in life. But where is that coming from? Where is the source of this doing? I've noticed that in my experience, as I become more and more aware of myself, not of me, but myself, the body mind mechanism, you see, I noticed that this doer never appears, but yet it claims to appear, that it claims to localize itself in experience. And the doer really is your sense of control, control in life, managing, right? Asking questions, trying to get something. Whatever it is, it's always in the middle of life. It's like the center of life. This is happening to me, and I need to get this. So it's moving forward. This is what we call seeking, seeking in time. But what about this right here? This right here that never changes, that never comes and goes. Can it be denied? What is it exactly? And when we investigate it, we only find this undeniable sense of presence, of here and now. And there's something watching it. Seems like it's something else, but it's actually you. It's actually you observing yourself, you watching the doer. And so something that I've been developing really is observing myself more and then noticing how all of it is unfolding naturally. The sense that I'm controlling, that I'm doing is just a thought. And there is a conditioning, right? It's like a fan that you turn off. It still has a little bit of inertia. It's normal. But you see the mechanism. You start to observe, what is my energy? What is my state? How am I reacting? What are my thoughts? What are my beliefs? Now, beliefs are powerful because they shape experience. They're like a filter on your perception. And whatever you believe in that moment, an assumption, is what you start to see, but it doesn't mean that it's actually true. It's just reinforcing what you already believe. But that's not you believing it. That's just the mind built on its lack, right? It's inherent beliefs of lack, because it is lack. The moment you have a thought, you've already implied that you don't have it. And that's the whole paradox of manifestation, which is if you really, really want something, you don't have it, because otherwise you wouldn't seek it. But now you would say, but how do I get the thing that I want? And where is it if it's not here? Well, it's here. It's just not an object. What you really want, what we all want, and I've been tackling this a lot, is that what we actually want are not things. They're not objects. They are a state of being. They are what is aware right now. But you may say, there's neutrality. It's not going to help me. There's nothing. Exactly. You are nothing. We are nothing. We are nothing, and yet we appear in this world as something. It's a manifestation of this nothing. One thing appearing as two. It's like a play or a role of a movie. The conflict really comes is that we think we are the role. We think we are the object, being this body and mind. As I said, the doer is a thought, but then there is a movement, a conditioning that is unraveling, right? Like you can watch yourself cleaning the dishes, doing laundry, all the basic stuff, driving the car, which becomes very automatic. And we're always looking for distractions because the mind, the me, is trying to stay alive, is trying to make you believe that you are it, that you are the doer, that you are someone in this world, which is it's only an appearance. Again, it's like a role that you're playing. And so you're acting. The problem is we don't know we're the actor, which is awareness. We don't know that we are playing a role, which is your actions, your behaviors, your beliefs. the kind of thoughts you have. It's almost like you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you have this contradiction. You don't understand, why do I think about myself these ways? Right? Why am I not satisfied? And that is literally thought looking at itself, and you're aware of that mechanism going on. And the only reason to solve it is to understand that it's not you, that even understanding is not you. Why? Because these are just tools. Understanding, which is the most subtle one, at least in my experience, because I'm like, well, I'm the one that understands. If I don't understand this, then I can't navigate in reality. But you see, that very understanding itself creates the sense that I am the understander, number one. And then number two, that I have to fix it, that I'm the one in the middle. And so it's like reinforcing itself. It's like you can't fix a problem with the same level of consciousness. You just can't. So the only way out is to see it. It's not you. How do you know that? Because you know it. You know you are telling yourself these things. But even then, somehow, some way, we're still not able to notice that we're aware of it, that it can't be us because it's coming and going. Look, for example, the sense of doer, right? The sense of doer is clearly seen, it's clearly being experienced. And when we watch ourselves as the doer of life, there still is a sense that I'm doing it, even if you let go of the thought, right? Because you're trying to, how is it possible? Which I believe is another thought. You see, so it's a self reinforcing loop that is trying to always understand. It just can't let go of that understanding because it doesn't want to be groundless. And what I found in my experience is that the moments I don't know, that I'm groundless, that I have no location, everything still unfolds and you can't understand it. You can't even explain it, but somehow everything unfolds and it's much more natural. They call it the flow state. Basketball players like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, they all talked about a flow state. And that's literally when you're not thinking. They're still functioning, but it's natural. It's a movement. It's like when you're dancing. When you're dancing, you're just going with the flow. You're just listening to the music, and there isn't a you there commentating on everything. Basically, thinking about experience instead of experiencing the actual experience of it. It's very, very subtle because you think, no, I need to understand and I need to think about this. But that's really coming from a level of survival, of protection. For example, when I, been dealing with these cravings of food, I'm like, can I enjoy this without thinking about it? And I noticed that the more that I thought about it, it actually made it worse. Even if I try to have positive thoughts and have positive beliefs. But when I stopped knowing, I stopped thinking, and I just started to experience taste, movement, sound, smell, right? I went into the five senses, which is essentially what the doer is, what the body is. The body is the doer, but you're not in the body. This may be radical. It's like, okay, so there's no one here saying these words. It's like, how is it all happening? Number one, that's a thought. And number two, it's happening because you're the one aware of it. Like I said, you are the actor playing a role. It's very hard to put into words, but it's energy. That's why I say, watch the doer, watch your energy. Because when you observe it, you start to notice that where your energy is coming from. Awakening is really the change or the switch from your relationship to life, how you see life. Other people have referred as to a change in perception. The Course in Miracles talks us a lot about it's the way that you see reality. It's not that you're seeing reality how it is, you're seeing it how you are. So how you are, which is your state of being, determines what you really manifest in life, if we want to call it that. But there isn't a you there manifesting, because the moment you think that you're manifesting, you claim it, you take ownership. Now you're in the mode of seeking. And the moment you get it, you're going to want more. I've seen this in my experience with food. with a car, with any relationship. I just want more, and it's never enough. Even my body, my physique, no matter how ripped or if I look a little bit bloated, it's just never enough. There's one says it's not good enough, and the other one says like you screwed up. And this is how the mind works. It's not enoughness. It's more. It's built to strive, not because it's wrong, right? Because it's the same energy as awareness. I want to make it clear that the mind is just a tool for awareness, but awareness can only know itself through thought as something, not as its essence, its natural state, because awareness doesn't want anything. It's not a thing. It's this aware presence that's right here, right now, that once you're done with the meal, it's this. But yet it's experiencing the meal. The difference, like I said, is the relationship that you have towards the meal. Are you looking at it from an energy of lack or an energy of wholeness, abundance? And in every experience, you're looking to end that sense of separation. And what's the result? Wholeness. And wholeness, this is going to be radical for you, is not some perfect state. It's not bliss. It's not excitement. It's not a state, you see. It's the constant, boring neutrality that this moment is. But yet it experiences everything freely, very freely. And the key thing here is the sense of doer. The doer is what makes you feel like a someone and that you're controlling life. As long as you believe that you are the doer, you have to keep seeing through it, because once the sense of doer collapses, you see through it. And all you have to do is just become aware of it. Me saying these words, you're watching this video, you're doing the dishes, you're working out. Watch the body. Try not to think about experience. Actually go into the senses. Feel more, think less. We hear that all the time, but how many times do we actually do it? And this is the trance. This is why we can't really do it, because the mind is distraction. Have you noticed that you may be working out, but you're thinking about the meal? You're thinking about, I need to go take a shower. Like, it's movement forward. What we want is the end of separation. What we want is the end of more. These mineralists, the saying that less is more is so true. Not because less is not good enough, but because you don't really want more. More is an illusion from the mind. You see, the more you want, the more you lack. But the more you feel like you have right now, then the less you want, and the more you feel you have. Because what you are, this aware presence, space that cannot be denied, is already, it's okay. You really are just seeking this okayness, it's wholeness, like I said. It's wholeness. And it's what we are, and it's what we need to see. Watch the doer, watch your energy. It all comes from your state of being, which goes beyond a feeling. It's not a feeling, even though feelings create sort of a wave movement, highs and lows. But what we fundamentally want is stability, ocean, normality, in a sense. We end the paradox by watching ourselves, by becoming aware of what we are and not what we're thinking, what we want, and what we're trying to fill in, right? A full cup cannot fill itself up. Why? Because it's already full. And it doesn't imply because it gets more tea that it was lacking something. No, it's tasting its own wholeness, its own fullness. Look within your direct experience. You will find it in what is aware right now.